every single person that has some racism in them.
Ooh, I don't.
Oh, without a doubt. Every person has racism in them, and every person has a little hypocrisy in them. Yes.
It's not true.
Oh, without a doubt.
I happen to
without a doubt in my mind.
I don't dislike other races. I just like white people more.
There you go.
Some people's racism comes out a little louder, but in general, we're all racist.
I don't call it racism. I call it human nature.
Human
This
nature?
is human nature. It's in the animal kingdom. Your lions, they hang out with the lions.
That's right.
Your zebras, they hang out with the zebras.
Well,
we, as human beings, are more comfortable hanging out with our own kind.
You're wrong, though. No one likes the zebras. Part white, part black.
that's why the lions just rip their throats out.
That's right.
Their carcasses wide open on the plains of the Serengeti.
The lions in their black boots just attack the poor zebras trying to eat and enjoy their lives peacefully.
Just trying to eat.
Asshole lions aren't even hungry. Just attack them.
I like crocodile footage myself when the zebra or one of those big water buffalo goes to the lake, and they're kind of looking around. They got those huge eyes, and they're going, huh, what? And they go to take the drink, and they're looking for like a lion or something to come out from behind them. So they're constantly craning their neck around, looking. Out of nowhere, whoop! The crocodile grabs his face and pulls him in and spins around and rips his head off. And you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh at nature, because that's what it's all about. You're getting a drink, you're looking behind you, you don't want to get fucked in the ass, and a crocodile grabs your face. Welcome to life.
That's the problem with humans. We just continue to try to go against nature. We're going to lose that game.
Basic human nature.
We're going to lose that game in the end.
Political correctness can stop what is basic human nature. We are still, in essence, animals. We try to put rules on ourselves to try to make ourselves seem better than just being animals. We're pretty cool animals, being able to use our brains like we do. And when you look at everything that we've built and figure that we've pulled raw materials out of the earth and reformed it to make buildings and cars, that's pretty goddamn cool.
And that's because we're from another planet.
Yeah, but, some people say that.
We came here on a spaceship. It's very obvious.
You're insane.
It's very obvious to me. I watched the History Channel, the Discovery Channel. There's some like runways and stuff there from the olden days.
How do you expect that we're still animals?
And then the cavemen with the spaceship drawings and stuff. We're spacemen.
Are you saying that a lot of things in the Bible, but people speculate, were actually spaceships, like the Chariot of Fire?
Yes.
That was in the air?
Yeah, no, I have no doubt in my mind. I have no doubt in my mind we're from another planet. We came here on a spaceship, and that's why we're very uncomfortable, because this is not really our environment.
What is?
I don't know.
Rigel 7?
We came from another planet that was far more advanced than this silly planet. Dude, because why isn't there just another form of life that's...
SETI Alpha 6?
A lot of people say that we were actually an alien experiment kind of put here like plants to see what would happen.
Why?
Yeah, that's what I think.
This is SETI Alpha 6!
Why isn't there just another form of something that's just a little bit stupider than us?
There is.
What?
Gorillas.
There's a big drop.
Gorillas are pretty stupid on the whole line down from us. All
right, why is there another form of something jumping on the bus with us after work?
Just some other animal that knows enough to pay, get on, and take public transportation. You know? You bring up a moronic but brilliant point.
That's all I'm saying.
There should be some other species of creature that can at least use what we've made. They don't have to be smart enough to make it.
Right.
But if a gorilla decides he wants to go from point A to point B, he should be smart enough to take his toll money and pay it.
That's all I'm saying.
His fare and use our transportation.
That happens all the time. If you've taken certain buses.
All right. Jesus. You know, a radio show got fired for that exact bit.
What bit? The gorilla riding the bus bit up in Boston.
I didn't hear that.
They didn't get fired, but there was a gorilla loose in the zoo. And it would just happen to be found at a bus stop.
And was sitting at a bus stop. Hey, see what happens when they try to use the bus? And we bring them back to the fucking zoo.
And there were some jokes that were made. Let's just keep it at that. Certain lines at the bus.
Yeah, he said he was waiting for... the DJ said that the gorilla was waiting for a certain bus line that is known to be just a minority.
Oh, okay.
Going to maybe Roxbury.
Yeah, going to Roxbury.
All right.
And he got reprimanded.
Well, that's why they're looking for the missing link.
Let me just go back to this point. I'm not... there's just a drastic drop-off.
Like to even make something like our primitive tools, like a little tomahawk. Remember hundreds of thousands of years ago when we were still cavemen, we were making tools out of rocks. They would take a stick and some obsidian and put them together and make like a hatchet or a spear, something like that. Where is another animal that is getting up to that point where they're making these things?
Exactly.
We've all seen the chimp use the stick to get the ants out of the hole.
Right. No,
that's pretty much it, a stick?
Yeah, they haven't advanced past that where they go, hey, I'm going to go, you know what? I've been watching these humans a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go to Home Depot and just drag some pieces of wood out and see what I could do with the wood.
I'm glad they've built all this, because now I don't have to be smart enough to build it all, but I can use it by gum.
Why can't you go through Central Park and all of a sudden see some kind of animal that is attempting at least to duplicate what we've done?
Yeah.
There's buildings all around.
Build something.
There's a drastic drop-off, and that's where I have a problem when I smoke my weed and lay around at night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not smoking the weed yet, by the way.
What you see is intelligence, though, but like maybe because we have to have that. For instance, there are insects that leap 30 times their own body height. We can't do that. Chameleons change color. Owls have things in the back of their head, so it looks like they're looking the other way.
These are all natural things that their body does.
That's all this is.
How about taking natural resources from your surroundings, converting them into conveniences for yourself?
That's born from your a natural thing, which is a function of your brain. It's all born from a natural evolutionary thing in your brain. For them, it's their body changes physically.
Admit that only the simians have the divine spark. Come on, Caleb.
Why haven't the squirrels organized and attempted one attack on us?
The squirrel? Well, slow down. I don't think they're ready for an attack. I don't think any species is ready to mount an attack
against
the
That's what I'm saying, though. That's where I have the problem in all this crap, that there's a drastic drop-off.
There really is. I agree with Opie on this
all
one,
the other animals, if you really think about it, they sort of live together in this kind of nice way. Not nice, but there's predators and there's prey.
It's the circle of life. They got this whole thing going on.
And then it's stupid humans messing it all up.
It's not messing it up. I think we do a pretty good job. But we do convert where we live.
There's no other
to be our convenience.
There's
we have
no
to,
other animal on Earth that represents like the humans. You can go to every corner of the globe now, and there is human representation.
We don't have to survive. We've done it in the past where we just use very simple, archaic tools and use our natural surroundings to survive. We now take our natural surroundings and convert them into completely different things.
Like flying. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you look at a 747. It's a miracle of modern technology, and every piece of it came out of the ground or the oceans or the atmosphere. Nothing was made like that, and you were able to build it and fly in it.
And there's a huge drop-off, you're right, about intelligence between people and apes. But what I'm saying is the difference between us and gorillas is not as much as, say, a gorilla and an amoeba, or that form of life, that form of thing. You know what I mean? There's not that big of an intelligence difference when you compare that to a basic
all I'm saying,
piece of bacteria.
Look, ain't even trying.
Look. Yeah, exactly. The gorillas have seen the freaking planes in the sky. Why not for Goof going, I'm going to see if I can get on one of those things.
They don't even look up at it.
See where it takes me.
They don't.
I understand what Jimmy's saying.
They don't look and go, wow, that's pretty cool, and watch it fly by.
The intelligence
they do.
The intelligence.
I've talked to them.
The intelligence thing goes like this: slowly goes down, all the way to the amoeba. That's how I look at it. But the problem is, humans are at the top.
It's a big step.
Then it's a big step down, and then a slow, gradual all the way down.
All the other
amoebas.
animals.
That's all I'm saying.
Have varying intelligence and potential, but it's like a wedge.
Right.
It's a slow climb from the stupidest of little one-celled creature to, the gorilla or the dolphin, some people say. And then at the top of that wedge, there's a sheer wall that goes up to humans.
That's what they're saying about the missing link. Is there a link that's a little bit closer between the two of us that just didn't make it?
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot? There ain't no Bigfoot.
I want to hold out hope there's Bigfoot.
No, there's not.
That was my thing growing up.
A man said he did those for years. He did those tracks. It was a hoax. A lot of them are hoaxes. Some of the most famous ones have been confessed as hoaxes.
Yeah.
As was the Loch Ness Monster photo, that famous silhouette.
Yes.
Don't wreck my buzz.
Deathbed.
Don't wreck my buzz.
The surgeon's photo.
I love the in search of stuff.
But I don't think. I think it was just something that happened, that somehow we got this intelligence and rule the planet.
Nah.
Pretty much it. I don't think we came from anywhere else.
Now we come from
It's
somewhere
just
else.
the way things happen here on Earth.
To think this is the only place with stuff on it that's
no, I'm
doing-
thinking there's other places
doing
with stuff
things.
on it, and it doesn't even have to be similar to Earth. I just think this type of life, human life, is on this planet because of the way things worked out. We are the perfect kind of life form for where our planet is in the solar system, its atmosphere, its amount of water to land, like everything that makes Earth what it is contributed to why we are the way we are, why we have two eyes, why our noses are like this. Why, if it was any different, I don't think life couldn't exist, but it wouldn't look like us, and it would just be something else.
But just think of your everyday life. Like, when I go skiing, why not one other type of thing attempting it?
You want to see like a moose?
Something going, wow, that looks like fun.
Skis on going, I've been watching these bastards do this
Maybe
forever.
not even the skis, just going, hey, wow, look at what they're doing. I want to try that somehow.
Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing.
You get nothing out of these
get
creatures, these
absolutely
stupid
nothing.
animals.
True, mooses are dumb.
They really are stupid.
The best, though, example going all the way back to the bus. That makes me laugh.
The bus, they're
bus
right
stops.
there.
Why not?
You want to go point A to point B. It's a very convenient way to do it.
I don't know, though. I've seen spiders in my car.
Well,
now Jimmy brings up a good point. Did he do that on purpose?
Maybe they've tried to do that, and they keep getting squashed, and they're like, fuck this shit, let's just walk. Every time I try to hitch a ride, somebody steps on me.
Someone ruins the whole thing for me. Yeah.
You ever have like you have a mouse. The mouse comes in, he finds free food. He's like, this asshole's got the whole setup. What do? You put down glue and you starve him and step on him. Maybe his friend saw that and said, look, fuck this. Let's hang outside in the trash.
Another good point by
Right.
Jimmy
So
Norton.
maybe they are learning.
I like that.
When they interact with man, there's always a problem for them.
I still think cats are aliens. Asians are part aliens.
Asians.
Yeah.
Asians.
And the frogs are disappearing. Someone has to look into that. Thank you.
Frogs.
Yeah, the frogs, that's a weird creature, too. And they're disappearing. I think they're being called
Well,
back.
I think that's
They're being
because
called back home.
A lot of people
no, natural habitat is being
No, they're
infringed
disappearing.
No.
They're disappearing drastically,
Frogs,
and someone needs to look into it.
Amphibians are very touchy.
They're
when it
not
comes to
happy
their
with something
habitat.
down
It's a
here,
very specialized
and they're going back
habitat
home.
for them.
They're going back.
You think so?
Yeah, someone needs to look into the frogs disappearing.
Frog.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Well, a lot of people say that the frogs are not disappearing. It was a big hoax, and that they're all just living somewhere like on a beach or on some kind of a resort. But that whole thing with the frogs being murdered was just never happened.
There's someone out there that'll help me with the frog theory.
I got to say, this conversation is perfect for the date, which is 420. It is the date, and I'm sure there are people smoking pot just glued to their radio going, yeah, I've been saying this for years. You're stoned. Don't worry
Why
about
not
it.
one other creature checking out a baseball game?
They do.
Yeah, last time that happened, a bird flew down. Winfield hit a baseball into it. Why should they go there?
Yeah, but fans get hit all the time. That poor girl died at a hockey game, but people are still going to hockey games.
Because we're dumb. Birds are smart.
So
One bird
right.
gets it. They're like, fuck, this game stinks.
So I fought back. Why not?
Talk to the bird that stepped in front of the big units pitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a good one, too. He just can't want to watch the game. Poof!
Maybe the bird's trying to enjoy the game, and Giambi hits a home run, and they have to hear John Sterling go, the Giambito! And the bird flies away and says, I'd rather be electrocuted on a wire than hear this hack.
Why not one cheetah entering the Olympics?
One cheetah?
Yeah.
I think they're allowed.
The fastest human alive and stuff like that. You got to think the cheetah's looking on that going, oh, my God, that's a joke.
Because the cheetahs catch these fast people over in Kenya and eat them. It's no challenge for them. The cheetahs aren't having fun unless they can eat you.
They laugh at the Olympics. If only they watched television.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They've
would
seen
laugh
it.
at that.
I think it stinks.
You know what they call joggers in Africa?
What?
Joggers.
Lion bait.
Is this a real thing?
Yeah.
Better be. Because it was going to get...
Ryan in Florida.
Get your wow sticker.
Hey, guys.
Yeah. You're protected if you have the wow sticker. Ryan, go ahead.
Now, are we the smarter of the creatures because we change our surroundings, or are we the lacking of the creatures because we're the only creatures that don't adapt to our surroundings?
We adapt to it, but we do it brilliantly. We take our surroundings, instead of taking wood and just using it in its natural form and making a hut out of it like we used to, we figured there are better ways to make planks of wood and then use wood products to make other things, and we change it around. You could take rocks and build a wall, or you could take the minerals out of the rocks and build steel.
We don't adapt brilliantly, Anthony.
I think we do.
Hold on. I got to argue with Anthony.
Okay.
We rarely argue on this show. Watch this.
Here we
Watch
go.
this go down.
Point counterpoint.
Oh, guys, don't blow the gig. Be friends.
We don't, because just turn off the electricity and see what happens.
Well, that's just it. We don't turn off
we
the
will
electricity.
lose our effing minds.
Figure it out.
And we would not survive.
I think we would figure it out.
We'd survive.
Oh, hey, man, I agree to that. Down in Florida with the hurricanes, power went off and everybody went nuts.
There you go.
Oh, you go nuts
and that was
for
only
a little
for a couple
while.
days.
It's inconvenient.
Yes.
There's generators. There's other things
They
for these
lost
small little
their
pockets
mind.
of power outages, and everyone's fine about it.
How are the fat people going to get around without electricity, Anthony?
I don't know.
Why don't you answer that question?
What, you mean on the little rascal scooters?
Yeah,
Or
they have all sorts of ways to get around.
they're going to have to either adapt, lose weight, or die.
By the way, the whole pollution thing and things coming from the ground,
Yeah.
I don't worry about pollution
I don't either.
because it all came from the ground to begin with.
There it is. When you change the form of certain things and pump it into the atmosphere, it does do a little damage.
Certainly does.
That's our egos getting in the way.
I think you're right about that. I think this planet is fine. When we say we're destroying the planet, I think that's ridiculous, and I think it's somebody that gives us a little too much credit.
And that Earth Day, is that coming soon? They do it in spring. What a joke!
Yeah.
I remember being a kid at Washington Drive Elementary School there, Anthony, in Centerport, Long Island.
Ooh.
And every Earth Day we had to clean up the whole freaking playground.
Oh, they make you clean up. Yeah, they put you on work detail.
I was smart back then.
I'm smart.
I'm thinking, all right, we're cleaning up all this quote pollution, so they could take all that pollution and then put it somewhere else.
They put it in a landfill.
Are we really cleaning up at that point?
You just move it around.
We're just moving it from one place to another.
We move it around to a place that's out of sight, out of mind kind of thing.
Yep.
But it's
Not
still
cleaning anything up, really.
Yeah, unless you could take the actual pollution off the planet and throw it on another planet, we're not really cleaning up.
You just shuffle it around a little bit.
Thank you.
That's all.
Just wait till you see me on weed.
But long after we were gone from this planet, long after where some cataclysmic event or our own undoing eliminates human beings from this Earth, you know how quickly the planet would recover from any damage we're doing to it? Like people that go, we're damaging the rainforest and this, that, or the other thing. It would take a matter of a few hundred years for everything to just be fine again.
Yeah, because all those seeds are still there.
Oh, yeah. Where'd they go?
The seeds are still there.
They're all still
we
there.
just kind of stomp them down.
You ever see a sidewalk that hasn't been used, an abandoned
Exactly.
sidewalk that hasn't been used for 10 years or something? Some new roads put in, the old one they just kind of put on the side. It's gone.
Everyone clear out of Manhattan.
Growing through
Everyone
it.
clear out of Manhattan. Give it 10 years. You
10
won't even
years.
recognize the place.
The place would look great. Every street would have trees and bushes growing in them.
Yeah, the seeds are still there. We just stomp them down every day.
Yeah, every day they're stomped down. The vines crawling up the buildings.
There's tiny little plants growing every day on the sidewalk. We just stomp them down and kill them.
Stomp him. He's trying.
He's trying
little
it.
plant goes, oh, I just broke
He's trying. And eventually,
it.
it'll grow again.
Yeah.
By the way, the
Long after
electricity argument, Roman Empire,
Yeah.
no
There you
electricity.
No electricity there. Seemed to do pretty well.
They did all right for a while.
Whole world.
We are
Right.
very adaptive. If something happened where we ran out of the fossil fuel, and I've gotten these people that tell me that the fuel has 30 years left and it's running out. They've been saying that for years, too. But if the fuel did run out and we couldn't make electricity the way we do now with fuel, we'd figure something else out.
Adapt.
We'd figure something else out. That's the beauty of the human being. We got everything under control. Don't sweat it.
All right, Ryan, anything else?
Yeah, man. It's one more thing, and I know I'm going to get hammered for it, but here we go.
Oh, no, you won't.
Oh, Mr. Opie, and as for animals, you know, the beavers that dam up rivers to make lakes, man.
That's
the
true.
beaver dams up the river.
That's just more of an instinctive thing. They can't comprehend why they're doing it.
And they're not doing it to be smartasses.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to dam up this river. Screw the people downstream.
Yeah. A lot of people do things just so they don't die. That's instinct. I mean, I'm kind of going against my own earlier argument, but that's not really a sign of intelligence.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we do things to fly, to be convenient. You know, you get your prostate checked as preventative medicine.
Yeah. Human
And
beings
it feels
seem to
good.
be the only species on the planet that do things to make their life more convenient.
Like monkeys don't look at other monkeys and then turn away when the other monkey looks, and then go jerk off thinking about the peek they got at the other monkey.
Right.
I don't think.
No, I don't think so either. They'll just jerk off right at anything.
Elephants don't try to get other elephants to pass out so they can take pictures with their elephant cocks by the passed out elephant's face.
You know, you bring up another good point.
Have you seen the clip on the news today?
The elephant is great. Good. What, he crashing through a bank or something? Wait till you see this video later.
Elephant crashes through a big plate glass window, and he's in some kind of office setting, and he's just losing his elephant mind. Yeah, he doesn't know how to go, I'd like to make a deposit, please. I'd like to deposit these peanuts.
These poor elephants that just finally snap and go, these motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers.
Right.
You motherfucker.
How did the discussion get from the Pope to life on Earth? Well,
don't worry.
That's the program, my friend.
We're under control. We're going to bring it right back around. But you were saying, what were you saying about the thing? Because I had something.
Oh, and electricity?
No, after that.
Oh, I don't know. It was something
just before the elephants.
Beavers. Oh, the thing with human beings have, the other animals don't have this conscious awareness.
Oh, yeah, okay. The best thing we did as humans is put clothes on our body so we can get things done.
Yes.
Yes.
See, I think the first step, these other creatures, if they're listening in right now, you got to cover up. Because their whole day is just getting late.
Yeah.
They're out of their minds. Their genitals are exposed. Everyone's genitals are exposed. Of course, that's all you're going to think about. For these other creatures, cover up your little ballies.
You think that'd start the ball rolling?
That would start the ball rolling.
Thinking about other things.
Yes.
That's a good point too.
Little clothes for squirrels will start the whole process. Because then the other animals see the squirrels with clothes on and go, "Oh, hey, what's going on there?"
Yes. I'm being asked on by Mr. Squidlow, Whackbag, Professor Anthony, didn't Egypt have crude batteries? Yes, I do believe they would take some type of ceramic container, and if you put a sliver of zinc and copper in there, and then fill it with some kind of acid, even fruit juice from the lemon or lime would be enough to actually produce an electrical current. What they used it for back then, I have no clue. Maybe heat. Maybe you could put a little wire between the two and get some resistance. But there were, yes, crude batteries made.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
Glad I could answer your question.
And by the way,
about everything.
Yeah, but it's not it's a dumb question. The batteries, what were they supposed to listen to music on if they didn't have batteries, sir? For hundreds of years in Egypt, these dummies had Walkmans that no one could figure out.
They couldn't listen. Their iPods
were shit.
Getting all mad because they couldn't transfer their Windows files to their iPod.
Their computers were good until they ran out once and they had no electricity to recharge it. Yeah. So they had to keep buying laptops.
Speaking of laptops, now we're really just now the lead is really growing fast over everybody else because we're in the computer age and they're
not even the abacus. You don't even see a monkey fiddling with those dopey Asian beads for the abacus.
You would think one of them.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading. XM202, the Opie and Anthony Show.
All right, getting some instant feedback here, Opie. Couple of ass wipes on the board on the instant feedback. Have to ruin it. Ken Bernard from Philly. Okay, Tools. We know the song enough.
That's when we played Hell's Bells for the Pope?
Yeah, right before we took our break. Stomach Pancake from New York City. What's next? A 40-minute Jim Brewer bit? Nice 5-minute time kill, asses. And then we have Mobile Device, some guy calling in, and I have his phone number right here. The guy said the intro to the song, not a complete set for Pope Stock 2005, you lazy tools. Chris. Are these three idiots are bashing us for playing one song? Do you realize how long we were talking before we took that break?
I think it was about an hour and 15 minutes.
It was an hour and 15 minutes, and before that, we talked for another hour before that. So we gave you pretty much what the normal terrestrial radio gives you in any given 4-hour show in 2 hours. Because we don't take break, and we just went on, and we talked, and we were having fun, we were taking calls, we were lit. and these scumbag ass fucks have to say, you lazy bat. We give them an hour and 15 minutes straight without one break.
They're getting spoiled, I think.
They're getting spoiled, and you're going to pay for it now. Right, Chris? 5, 1, 6.
No, don't do it.
5, 2, 1.
No, don't do it, though. Stop.
5.
No, stop, dude. Don't do it to him.
I give out the rest, you son of a bitch.
516-521. What is that?
I don't know. Listen, why don't
Down
we?
on Long Island.
I think people are getting spoiled, and what we need to do: get Ben and Eric to pile up 20 minutes of commercials.
Yeah, okay? That'll train you idiots.
Right.
Like what it's like to listen to radio.
You want to hear one song because all of a sudden, I'll tell you what happened. We started the intro, and I was getting goosebumps, and I like AC/DC, and it was making sense, and I'm like, well, we can break into it and talk a little more, go to break, or you know what? Wow, it's feeling good.
Just play the song.
Let's just play it. And
go to break,
and
take a piss.
Every once in a while, we play a song if it really, really makes sense. That's all that's about.
But these douche-satchels, what assholes? Not enough. We didn't give them enough. An hour and 15 minutes for one entire segment wasn't enough, Opie. We should have talked for also the length of time of that song. See, we didn't give them enough.
What's a douche satchel?
Douche satchel?
Yeah.
That is the sack that the douche fluid is contained in before you ram it up some stank hole and squeeze to clean out that gash. That's what they need.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Not enough.
Yeah.
Nice 5-minute time kill asses. That's a great one. Not the whole song. Come on, dude. Ken Bernard. K. Bernard at...
All right, today.
What?
If you dish it out, you got to take it a little bit.
Assheads.
You know what I love about this?
What?
We just wasted another 3 minutes commenting about people.
Yep. That said we were wasting time.
Let's go to break.
You see how brilliant we are?
Jerk off.
I like to point out our brilliance sometimes.
That's it. Now we should do 20-minute segments and then break and do at least 10, 15 minutes of commercials.
Dude, here's Michael from Denver. Oh, my God, that Pope AC/DC mashup is the coolest fucking thing.
There you go. You got a little AC/DC.
It almost makes me want to be Catholic.
Unbelievable.
And now they're saying that Nathaniel should be hired permanently for the perfect mix job on that song.
Who signed that? N from New York?
Danny, you better work on something immediately.
What's Derek doing back? He looks so awkward back there.
Derek was hired by the company, so he can now relax a little bit.
Now he's not doing anything.
We got for the new listeners, we got 3 guys all jockeying for position. Then you got guys like Ricky that we'll never even give a shot.
Or
Travis, you know, they're good for getting coffee. Let's be honest, you know. Enjoy your time here. You're going nowhere.
Yeah, we don't
But then
care
you got
about you.
these 3 go-getters over there. One we already hired, Derek, right? A little bit. You get a little bit of something from the company. And it's so funny because Derek worked his ass off. Now look at what he's doing. He's an employee now.
Hanging.
He's leaning against the back wall, enjoying himself.
He's bossing the other interns around.
Pull the strings.
All under the rouge. Or the rouge?
Under the red makeup?
Yes. That's right. Jesus.
That's clever rouge.
Are all under the rouge that he's now training young Nathaniel on how to run the equipment. But it's all about Derek just wants to kind of sit back and enjoy a little bit. Yeah. That's all.
That's right.
And then you got Nathaniel and Danny.
Danny, that's his name.
They're kind of like the Cardinals, you know. And now you got Derek. He's kind of in that Pope position.
The Pope.
And these guys are vying for a little piece of the action now. And I got to tell you now, Nathaniel's in the lead. Just by a little bit, Danny. Just a little bit.
Derek just walks around now looking like a young, strapping Timothy Hutton. He has those 2 slaves do his work.
Yes, Derek.
No, Ben told me to come in. I'm just teaching him how to run the board today in case I eat shit one day, you know, and I can't come in. So.
Oh, wow.
Doing it for the company. That's why he's taking a break. I like that.
No, he's just gearing up for taking that day off is what he's doing.
Yeah. You're gonna fit well with this company, passing the buck like everyone else does.
Yep. Good job.
You know what it is? He wants a road trip, and he's sticking up, to come on the road and get laid.
Yeah, you know.
So he's gonna have one of these 2 dumb-dolls do it. That's the way he looks at it.
A perfect XM employee.
Yep. Just pass the buck.
Pass the buck to somebody else.
Hey, you do it.
Thank you.
I'll get back to you in the meeting on how it worked.
There you go. All right. Where are we? So we did that. We wasted another 5 minutes because we're that damn good. Mm-hmm. And now we'll go to Gene in Jersey. This will waste another minute or 2.
Gene in Jersey.
Now I'm going to acknowledge all the things that we do to waste time on this show.
That's right.
Gene, go ahead.
What's up?
Welcome to the program, Gene.
Gene?
5 seconds.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes,
well, why don't we do a little level check here? Go test 1, 2, 3.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Oh, hold on. Let me just touch up slightly there. Okay. Can you one more test there?
Test 1, 2, 3.
That's nice.
Yeah, I like the sound. Very nice. All right, Gene, if you will, speak slowly because we got a lot of new listeners in Alabama.
All right. Hey, you guys got a great show, man, and I love that commercial with Howard Stern, that perpetrated fag.
Oh, the XM satellite radio commercial. I'm getting a lot of abuse on the fan sites.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Because we're playing the commercial a lot, Anthony.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
that's the way it is.
He should, man. He's a perpetrator.
Of course. I just like that we could get under his skin and there's nothing he can do about it. It just makes me giggle.
Yeah, I have to listen to him all the time, man. But now that I got you guys,
all right.
Fuck Howard.
All right, thank you, Gene. Yeah, this is what's cool. The new listeners are slowly but surely getting hooked, Anthony. I like to acknowledge that from time to time. Jay in Arizona. Yes, Jay, you're a new listener?
Yes, I'm a new listener.
And what got you hooked?
That strong-shouldered young boy, that Jim Norton, I really like him.
Oh, thanks, fella.
Oh, wow, you sound a lot like...
No, seriously, I'm not gay.
Oh, thank
God.
God.
I'm a new listener.
No, I was ready to set you up with Ricky there.
Yeah.
You were sounding a little like Ricky.
Thanks for breaking character. Way to kill a rod.
Oh, come on, Norton. Hey, Norton's funny, though. He really is. I watched him on that show with that phony, what's his name? Colin.
Colin's not a phony. Colin's
No, he's cool. You're really funny, though, Norton. I think you definitely make that show.
Thank you.
But you guys are all good.
Hey, that's very hurtful.
No, you guys are good. I didn't mean that shit.
Tough crowd.
I'm a big Howard Stern fan. Listened to him for years, and I just got this XM radio. I've been listening to you guys for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about not going to Sirius, obviously. I mean, I like you guys. You guys are definitely cutting edge compared to what he does now.
Well, we're still trying to do a radio show is what it comes down to. You know, if we sat here and said that Howard, didn't have a great career, we'd be, liars and phonies. But the fact is, though, he's really not doing it anymore. He just doesn't want to do it.
Who did you have on there yesterday? I laughed for an hour. That guy said nigger in a fish tank. That shit was funny.
Jesus.
Who said that?
Jesus.
Who said that yesterday? Nigger in a fish tank?
Jay, but he did it as an impression of, it was a Chris Penner impression. He did an impression of somebody.
Yeah, and it was a dunk tank. My God.
That wasn't more, was it?
All right. Thank you,
Yes.
Jay.
Thanks, buddy.
Let's
I have to give an answer to John from Whackbag.
All right.
There are like 5,967 ways I could answer that, but I'm not gonna. All right?
How many ways, dude? That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Well, now you're really talking in code.
Yeah. Well,
5,697 ways. My God almighty.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I just had to give him an answer. So I gave him the answer.
Am I out of this one?
My
God.
That's just a weird random number. Dude, that's a lot of... Why did you say 1 million? It's too many.
Come on. It's funny. Come on, laugh.
All right. So who else is on the phone there? We got a phone person? No?
That's funny.
Stop it, Captain Obvious.
No, I want to know who's on the...
There's no one else on the phone. All right? We're going to go with a cute little story, and we have this 911 thing we got to do, and maybe some, I don't know. Oh, you want to talk about the assault on the media. That's a quick one.
Yes. I saw the assault on the media.
It was really funny.
Very funny.
The video's up on OpieandAnthony.com?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was from that cruise ship mishap. Big wave that hit the Norwegian Dawn. And then it docked here in New York. And there were a lot of press down there talking to the passengers how fearful they were. They were in fear for their lives. And got a lot of reporters around. And it was a great opportunity to get the Opie and Anthony wow signs in front of the cameras. And I guess it was, who was it, Nathaniel and Danny? Mm-hmm. Was that two young go-getters? Look at that.
Daniel with that big worked-out body.
That's it. And they trotted behind the cameras, yelling something. I couldn't quite hear what it was.
Well, why don't they come in here?
But it was a great visual.
Here they come.
had the big signs with our stupid cartoon characters that were retiring.
Oh, by the way, if you are doing assault on the media, there's been a whole discussion about this on the message boards. Don't say O&A because no one really knows what O&A is. We're really trying to use the media to get the names, the name of the show out there, and the fact that we're back on XM satellite radio.
Anthony.
Yes. So please say Opie and Anthony,
not O&A.
Yeah, O&A is great if you're part of the cult, but the outside people don't know what that means yet. Yes, Nathaniel. Jesus, you're tall.
What are you, 6'4"?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, that mic isn't on.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wow. Who's running the board here? Ricky?
Yeah. God, Ricky, move over. Let me get back in there.
Yes, I'm about 6'4", maybe a little higher.
Wow, a little taller.
A little higher?
Yeah, I'm retarded, sorry.
Always been tall whole life?
Yep.
The tall kid?
Sure have.
Yeah.
You got a big one?
Nathaniel's either packing almost 5 or 11.
Well, we enjoyed the assault on the media, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, a little inarticulate, I must.
Yeah, it was a little.
Well, I didn't hear the audio. I just saw the video.
Something yelled out, but I wasn't quite sure what it was. I just like how they both just paraded behind her.
Just
walking. There was no
walking.
stress, no no jump in the scene. They were it's just like they had the signs and were walking to wherever they were going.
Right.
Behind, they decided to take the path behind the reporter.
Like they might have been
here
on,
you go.
Like they might have been on their way to picket something.
Yeah, and they were just carrying their signs to the place that they were going to picket, and it was picked up by the camera.
Yeah.
And they were carrying on kind of a conversation with each other.
You want to turn the lights back on, Eric?
Yeah, it's all dark in here.
Eric.
Bunch of
Like
men
that?
in
You
the
want to get a
dark.
little romantic? You want each other to? You want to touch each other's faces and kiss without our mouths open?
Yeah.
Scratch each other?
Scratch each other with our long fingernails?
All right. All right. So what was said, Danny?
Well, I remember screaming Opie and Anthony, and then I guess something else came out of my mouth also following it, but I have no idea what it is.
Sounds a little like Wahoo. I think you might have actually said Wahoo.
That was an O&A Party Rock, wasn't it?
I had to go home and listen to it like 4 or 5 times.
Was it a
Wahoo
or like a woo-hoo?
Wahoo!
Are you trying to make some kind of noise of excitement?
I suppose I was.
Because there was no excitement in you walking.
Opie and Anthony, yeah!
Opie and Anthony, hey, Wahoo. I don't know what it was. A Wahoo?
All right.
Something along those lines.
We have the audio queued up.
We do? All right, Derek?
Passengers are being offered a 50% refund off this cruise and half off any future cruise if they decide to take it. Now, Norwegian Dawn officials say that they will be holding a news conference at 12:30. The captain will not be made available for comment. The Norwegian Dawn sets sail again at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
It's really a visual.
Yeah, it really is. We understand it's a visual.
Jesus, it's like Tourette's convention walk behind it.
I think it was Opie and Anthony, O&A, and then woo.
Damn.
Plus, I stepped on his line, too, so it's just
the whole time, though, is the Opie and Anthony signs just slowly making their way across the screen.
Very slowly. Just we have plenty of time to see it.
Why didn't you guys stand there with them and just yell Opie and Anthony until they
there
just
it is
cut
on
away?
your monitor.
All right, yeah, let's see.
You want to take a look? See, there they go.
There goes Danny walking by, and Danny walking by. This reporter going, oh, Jesus.
Reporter didn't bat an eye, though.
No.
Very professional in front of the cruise ship.
They're slowly but surely starting to hate us again in the New York media.
Yeah, as we ran back, somebody from the van sort of yelled out, assholes.
Where are the assholes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's just their way of saying, you got us, you know?
Sure.
Kudos.
Yeah, of course.
What was really cool is that on the Channel 7's website, they actually kept the video up uncut, and they left that in with the signs and the audio and everything.
On their website?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All uncut.
Well, the assaults on the media are starting to...
Nice job.
They're starting to get more and more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like more and more...
effective.
Not effective.
No, of course not.
They're happening more.
Prolific.
Oh, okay.
They're
more and more prolific.
Prolific.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, prolific.
How about they're happening more?
They're happening
more. I like that, too.
All right.
Yeah, very good job. Thank you, boys. Got it. Wonderful.
Amen.
And that's how you waste another 5 minutes of radio right there.
Little controversy with the Norwegian Dawn ship story also.
Really? There's more to it?
Yeah, apparently the ship and the cruise line had paid Donald Trump something like $1 million for the ship to be used on the show The Apprentice. It was supposed to be used. It was already paid. It was coming into New York, and it was going to be used. There was a very narrow date that the filming was going to be available. So now they're speculating that instead of slowing down or taking a new course around the storm, they trudged through a storm to get to New York on time to shoot this thing, which they missed now because they had to spend time in South Carolina getting repairs. But now they're saying that the captain of the ship was told, get that ship to New York on time and go through the storm instead of going around it or stopping and waiting for the storm to pass.
Uh-oh.
What a coincidence. His hair looks like a 70-foot wave. Oh, that's thank you.
I like when we tease the Donald.
Hearing a Trump hair joke.
Wow,
it just never gets old.
Wow, who saw the hair joke coming there? Boy.
Only in New York, kids. Only in New York.
Only in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sure that now will be at the forefront of all the lawsuits that will come in. I wasn't throwing it at you, Jim.
I know.
I was going over your head for the garbage pail.
All right.
I just get scared.
Chris from Wisconsin. Chris.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Chris.
I'm going to help you kill some time for those three fucksticks that got problems with Hell's Bells. But I'm a trucker, and I was listening on XM, and I just realized that you guys were on here. And first show I listened to yesterday, and I'm already hooked. Where are you guys originally from?
New York, but, I've been doing radio since I was 18, so I've had to live in some god-awful places. And Anthony, another New Yorker, but I spent some time in California.
I was born in Bayonne, and when we were very young, my parents lived in Jersey City, and then we moved to Edison, I think, until I was in 4th grade, and then we moved to North Brunswick.
Yeah,
and then after North Brunswick, I moved to Cliffside Park, New Jersey.
I was born in Astoria,
New York.
I was born in Astoria.
a Jersey guy.
And then moved out to
Jersey.
And then moved out to Long Island because they started building a lot of
Are you guys still up in New York, or are you guys down in D.C. where the XM studios are now?
We're out of New York, or as I call it to sound hip, the Big Apple.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's why this show sounds so fresh every morning. We don't have to be weighed down by that BS in Washington. We are our own bosses here in New York City.
All right, cool deal. Like I said, great show. I'm ready to call 5 of my friends, and they're listening to you right now. They're hooked now.
Hey, dude, how long did you have XM? Like, how long have you had XM for?
I've had XM for probably about 2 years, and I've been sitting on sports forever. And then they came across with a commercial saying that you guys were free, and I didn't even know that this channel existed. And then I turned it on yesterday with Jay Moore, and I had to pull over. I was laughing so hard. I had tears in my eyes.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
you know what? Jay's coming back, I think, Friday.
Let me ask you a question. When you would look at the channel guide, did it say high voltage on your channel guide?
Yeah, it says high voltage, the Opie and Anthony show on the channel guide.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks, bro.
All right, guys.
Thank you. Wisconsin.